Hey friends, welcome back. Happy Monday. I literally just finished editing and uploading a new video and I walked from the other side of my studio so we would have a different background because I'm wearing the same outfit. Look at this angle. We've got two new pieces of art back here. New to my studio at least. They've been in my collection for a while, but I rearranged some things and added this fawn back here, and then I just got this canvas of my Blooms of April art print. Like I said, it's Monday and I'm going to weekly vlog this week. But anyway, like I said, I was over here at my desk. Let me show you this new setup I have. So I have, for the first time in my life, a monitor. Very exciting. Only took me 28 years to level up. It's very exciting. When I was in architecture school, so many people used a external monitor, so they had two screens, and I don't know why, I never got into it. And I Zoomed the other day with a bunch of my college friends that I was in architecture studios with, and I asked them, I was like, did you guys have a monitor? And some of them did, some of them didn't, but I think a lot of them do now for work, especially working from home. They like brought all their gear home. And I don't know what I was doing because it's very life-changing. Like, just, that's a little dramatic, but like it's really helping my workflow, honestly. The two things I like it for the most so far are editing videos like I just did, because I just like the bigger screen to see what I'm working on and I can edit the clips faster. And then I also like it for bookkeeping because I can see all my transactions and charges on one screen and then be inputting them on the other screen, which is good with tax season upon us again. This was actually just an extra monitor that Jake had that he so kindly gave to me because he upgraded one of his, so he has two now and I have two. I am also looking forward to doing more design work on this scale. The only thing is that the resolution is a little bit lower on here than on my laptop, and I tend to use like the hotkeys for Photoshop and InDesign and Illustrator, and it's a little bit strange to like be doing the keys when you're looking over here, but usually if I like situate these right, I can do it. So I will play with that more. I have some designs I want to work on this year that are going to be more like spread views where I need to see a lot of what I'm doing. That's all I'll say for now. But I think having a monitor for that will be really helpful. Oh, and if you were curious, on this screen, I am listening to an audiobook through my library. It is Creative Quest, written by Questlove. Highly recommend it. I am on chapter 5 and I already love it. And the thing I want to do next is pack an order. I already packed one earlier today and then I have just one more to pack today. So let's do that. This is a pretty simple order for today, just one acrylic pin, but I'll grab a couple postcards to add into the order. Since I just used my branded tape that you saw in my holiday busy season vlog, I had to show you this very lucky coincidence. So I have this caddy here in the area where I pack orders, and this is actually designed by Vitra, and this is their toolbox. It says on there as well that the design is by Arik Levy, and I have been a big fan of Vitra House since I visited in Germany. I also have like a cool sketchbook, and oh no, this mug is not Vitra House. Sorry, this is from a Danish design house. I actually think my parents might have gifted me this, if I remember correctly. I just love it. In the past, I had turned it into like a letter writing caddy, and it is still kind of that because I have stamps and envelopes in here and I write letters to both my customers and my, friends and family. So it still doubles as that, but it's just also perfect for packing orders. And I had been keeping this tape just like out here, and this was full of postcards, and then I realized this fits perfectly, and it is amazing because it actually all stays rolled and then I can pull it out for orders. And like this weekend I had to pack some larger boxes, and I could just like wrap it around, especially with this being the water activated tape. You have to like measure in advance how much you want and then get it wet. I can't believe how well that worked out, and I can just pop it back in. I made these cookies over the weekend. It's a little squished from being sandwiched between parchment paper in the fridge. All right, I actually just got another order, and normally I'd wait until the morning to pack it, but I'm about to go pick up Jake from work, and I can drop these at the post office after I get him, so this will be perfect. This order is for greeting cards, so let's pack it. We're gonna do 3 prickly prism thank you card, 1 sending love greeting card. This is one of my newest cards. 2 of these babies right here in the front. The first one's in alphabetical order. 2 of my Barrel Beauties thank you cards. This is a good reminder for me too, because I think I'm going to use one of these myself this week to send a sympathy card to a friend. All right, here we go again. I hope you don't get tired of seeing the same thing. It's funny because since I got these boxes around the holidays, you know, I first got them because I really wanted something compact but secure for packing my ceramic ornaments, but they have turned out to be a wonderful size for quite a few different products in my shop, from greeting cards, of course, but also enamel pins, buttons, stickers, postcards. And this time you can see the tape magic in action. There we go. That technique I was doing is called gua sha with this little rose quartz stone, and I'm certainly not an expert to this, but I actually took a workshop at my fitness studio probably a year ago learning about gua sha, and then I had forgotten about it, but I have seen it popping up on TikTok a lot, and I think for good reason, because essentially it like drains, I don't know the proper grammar for this, but it either drains into your lymphatic system or it drains your lymphatic system. I don't know like the technicality there, but if you do it alone just for the way it feels, it's worth it. It feels so good on the back of your neck, but essentially you're like draining like puffiness out of your face. So I have to look up the techniques again, and it's quite lovely. So I'm trying to incorporate it more into my nighttime routine. I just happened to do it in the daytime today because I was just in the mood. I wanted to send a friend of mine a birthday card, and today, since all my paints were out, rather than using one of the greeting cards from my shop, I felt inspired to just like paint a little pattern, and I'm going to try to get 2 cards out of this, like make a mini card. And it was kind of fun because I thought of her when I made it. She has some of my art, like my more abstract pieces that have like strokes and lines. It was a nice little, very quick, creative exercise. Oh my god, that X-Acto is so sharp. I like scraped off a metal shard off my ruler. I have had this architectural scale since college. This is one I used in architecture school. But yeah, when I was making this, it inspired me to do a few different painting techniques on my ceramic pieces. Okay, it's actually 10 o'clock at night and I have been painting. I think this might be the first time I've painted at night, definitely this late in the new year, which is a good feeling because that lets me know that I'm excited about what I'm working on. And I also have been in an interesting place with my creativity lately, which I will talk about now because I think that's kind of an interesting thought process. But quick side note, I have switched the bulbs in here to daylight bulbs, and for a while they really helped, but I think maybe they're dying out a little bit because like I just can't see true colors very well. So I actually ordered today a little desktop lamp. I'm in an artist Facebook group and I saw an artist post that they had a new studio and they were interested in lighting recommendations, and someone recommended this brand that is like a daylight bulb, and it is proven to reduce eye strain by 50% and really do true colors. And when I read the reviews, people said that it was like a must for any artist or craft space. So I'll hold off on talking about it until I try it out, but I'm hopeful. And I consider that really important because then I feel more inspired to paint at night. I digress. I want to talk about creativity for a moment. Let's change up the angle. So I wanted to share my thoughts on creativity a little bit. And my first thought was to not like talk about it online and like share my perspective, but rather learn from someone else, which I think was a very wise decision. So I have started an audiobook. It's by Questlove. It's called Creative Quest, and it has been very cool to listen to someone else's perspective on creativity. I thought the book was going to be mostly him interviewing other people, but he hasn't even gotten to that point yet. He's only talked about his own experiences. The reason I have enjoyed it so much is that I do feel like I have been in somewhat of a creative rut. And I felt that through the entirety of January, basically. I would have like spurts here and there, and I would kind of chase that inspiration. I always try to do that. Like if I'm feeling in the mood to sketch or I have an idea, I like to pursue it. Actually, funny enough, I also listened today to Dax Shepard's podcast. He interviewed Jason Segel, who I love, and they were talking about this idea too, about how like they know an idea is good when it just like nags at them and then they finally have to act on it. And I feel a very similar experience a lot of times. Like I just have this idea and I can't let go of it until I make it come to life. I think your brain wants to see it realized. Back to the creative rut in January, I had these spurts, but overall really kind of feel like that with creativity. And it's very interesting. I haven't talked about that online like at all, I think. And I think that comes from a fear with creativity and making art being my job. I don't like to like go on Instagram and say, oh, I'm not feeling very creative, because then that could lead to someone thinking like, oh, this is like an off time for Paige, I'm not gonna hire her right now. And then that like affects my business and my livelihood, you know? So a lot of times I want to be like really transparent and talk about like my creative journey, but then knowing that it could affect me negatively like holds me back, which isn't great. And that's why I like talking to you here longer form. And it's funny because me saying like, oh, I haven't been creative in January has not affected like any of my client work, because it's kind of like two different mindsets for me. Because if a client is telling me like, hey, I'm looking for this, like I can almost kind of go into a different headspace and like flow for them, which is really wonderful because it's almost like getting a prompt. So someone's prompting me and saying like, for example, right now I'm working on a mural painting and we're in the concept phase, so I'm sketching it, and the client has said, okay, we want Camelback Mountain with cacti, these bright colors, and our main color is Copper Patina by Bear. It's like a paint sample. And those create some creative boundaries for me to work with, and then I can just like flow within that. So like I created all their sketches this week and I was really thrilled with them. So in that sense, I'm still being creative. I am just saying that this month I have not really had a flow with my own new ideas, and I do have a lot of ideas. I'm just kind of like, it's like the gears are turning like a little slower. They like need some oil, but I'm like still grooving on other projects. It's very interesting. So that's why I don't talk about it as much, because I'm like, no, like I can still do your project. Like I feel excited about the client projects I'm working on right now. I am just feeling more stuck with my own ideas. And I think that comes from the fact that my own ideas are things I haven't done before. I have painted a mural before with cacti in bright colors, so I generally kind of know a direction. And when someone gives me an idea, I almost can like visualize it right away. But when it's my own idea I'm pursuing, I recently have been doing some personal projects where I paint fruit, and like I don't know what that looks like for me yet, but I do know what a cacti mural looks like for me, if that makes sense. So two headspaces there. But once again, I can't say it enough. Questlove's book just helped me like get out of my own head a little bit. It got me to kind of like have an out of body experience and just like not be so hard on myself and just kind of step back and be like, oh, this is okay. And probably because I'm hyper aware of creativity at the moment, but I have seen so many content creators, not just artists, like YouTubers, musicians, express that they are not feeling creative in the month of January this year. So I think that sometimes I don't acknowledge how different this year is than previous years. And we are going on almost a year of being at home and life looks very different than it used to. We really shouldn't be too hard on ourselves for that reason. I do feel myself coming out of it, but I also don't want to be like, yeah, I snapped out of it and like everything's normal now, because the world is really different than it was a year ago. And I think one of my biggest takeaways from this year is to be more gentle with myself. Like I think I do have a tendency to be hard on myself without even realizing it. Yeah, I would really love to know if you are feeling the same way. If you have been doing something that's helping you, maybe leave a comment, let other people know about it, let me know about it. I would love to know. Some other things I do are find new books, listen to music. Music's really been helping me lately. Work on your other hobbies. Like I've been baking a lot, and another hobby I just pulled out last night is like I have a whole collection of patches that I've been meaning to put on my denim jacket forever. Another way to work with your hands and be creative, but it's a little less pressure. It's just for fun. Now that I think about it, like this talking to you is a good outlet as well. I'm really happy to be present with you in this way and talk candidly. It's very nice. I'm feeling better. Hopefully you did too. I thought I would show you since I was talking about painting. As you saw today, I was working on ceramic heart trays. I released a collection of these last year, I believe also around Valentine's Day, and I wanted to do the same this year. Happy Wednesday. It is in fact Wednesday, even though I'm wearing the same sweatshirt as yesterday, and I would love to keep this on all day. It's my favorite cozy thing right now, but I do want to feel like it's not Groundhog Day, so I'm gonna pick something else to wear. Since I'm not painting, I can wear white today. Normally, every day I have been wearing these two necklaces, and they are both from small businesses. So this one, this is by my friend Teal Market, and you can see how pro she is. She has these little tags that say Teal now, so it's very custom. And then I layer it with this necklace, which is like a druzy stone on one of these snake chains. And my best friend gave me this for Christmas, and it is by the Tipsy Hippy, which is a small business in Nashville. And like a lot of my jewelry collection is from Teal Market. Like I think this is called the Phoenix necklace. This star necklace was her. This star and moon one. This choker too with these little eyes. Wow, I have so many because these lightning bolt earrings are also hers, and she's always rotating, creating new collections, so there's always new pieces. This is the fit today, slippers and all. I added flannel jacket on top. I guess this is technically a shacket, which I know is like a huge trend right now. All right, I just cleared off my painting desk and I got the area ready to photograph all of the ceramic trays. I got the lighting set up ready, so I should be able to shoot all of those. But I just did an hour of computer work. I did 2 Pomodoro blocks. I'm trying to do kind of loose Pomodoro method today to focus. And I actually was working on my Etsy shop, which is not my primary shop. My primary shop is paigepoppe.com. So that's where I list everything first. It's the shop I prioritize. It's the one I link to. I think it's really important to have your own shop. But I did get my start on Etsy years and years ago, and I still use it to this day. And I kind of use it as a secondary shop because I think Etsy is a great search tool. It's a good way for people to find you. Today I was focusing on the stickers in my Etsy shop, and a lot of my stickers are like very location specific, like Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, and those are like very searchable things. So it's good for me to have those on Etsy. But like I said, I prioritize my other shops, so not all of my products are on Etsy. So I have like over 300 or 400 products in my pagepoppe.com shop, and on Etsy, I only have a portion of those. Yeah, I only have 121 active listings on Etsy. So I am little by little trying to get everything on Etsy. I will still prioritize my Shopify site. That's where I host my pagepoppe.com shop, but it's just good to be in both places. And I just kind of noticed my Etsy sales were picking up a little bit. Some people do prefer to shop on there, or they get a gift card. It's a good search engine, like I said, so I am trying to keep both in mind when I have time. I did 2 Pomodoros, and I got all of my stickers that weren't on Etsy uploaded. So it took me an hour to get 17 new stickers listed. I think that was really productive, and I did get an order on there while I was doing it, so I think that that is a good sign. Everything is photographed. I've got them all here in front of me. I shot each individual tray, and then I went back in and did a little video clip of me holding them, so I can put that into this vlog and also use that footage for Instagram Reels. I'm basically gonna sit down at the computer and take all this footage in and start editing the photos. I'm also going to record some Instagram stories talking about this collection because I am going to release it tomorrow, which is a really quick release, but I want it to be timely with Valentine's holiday, so that's how it's gonna go this time. Sorry, I know my ISO has been too high today. I had it up high because it makes a really bright white background for the trays. Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. As you can see, I jumped right into work today. I don't think my voice is even warmed up yet. I am releasing this collection of ceramics at 11 a.m. Central today. I am tweaking each piece on my site, making sure it's all set to go, and scheduling everything to just release automatically this morning. And then once I finish tweaking online, I will send an email out to my list, change the banner on my site because I did design one for this collection, and then do some social media posting. So this is kind of how I always release a new collection. I kind of just like focus, and then once it's released, I try to like walk away because it makes me, and for me, I have found that's been a healthy approach because I have loved making the pieces so much and I enjoy each of them, and I don't want to put too much of my worth or how I feel about them into how they sell. Because I'm a firm believer when it comes to original artwork, you know, it finds its way to the right person eventually. Like, I have had some paintings that will sit for a couple years, but then once it is collected by someone and brought into their home, they're like, oh my god, I love this piece, like I'm so glad it was available for me. So I try not to put so much pressure on myself. So I will probably just focus here until 11:30. It might end up being noon by the time I post everything. Okay, the collection is available, and it happens to be 11:11 in the morning, which is special because today is February 11th and I released the collection at 11 a.m. All right, the new collection is now available and the ceramic pieces are up in my shop. It's almost 4 now, and since you last saw me, I went and had lunch and pulled myself together, and I switched gears and focused on client work. It's looking like the next 3 or 4 weeks or so are going to be a lot of client work, which is exciting. Today I actually wrapped up a project. I sent a client's wedding stationery to print, and I can't wait for them to receive those. I think they're gonna turn out really pretty. And then I was talking to 2 of my clients today about commissioned paintings just over email. And now we're going to pack orders. I am so grateful that I believe 7 of the ceramic pieces today have sold, so I'll pack those up. And then I did have some other orders from yesterday. I have been waiting to pack all of those together in the same time, and then I could take everything to the post office together. First, let's clean this up. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be a lot more interesting if you actually see what I pack in these boxes. So let me show you. I'll put a picture on the screen because I already packed this one. It's my golden quail earrings. And this was one of my sweet saguaro patches. And I'm actually discontinuing these. I have had like very few left in stock for the past couple months. So this is one of the last ones. And then the next one I'm doing are these 5 art prints, which I need to package, but they are Purple Cotton Candy Desert, Scorpion of Sand, Quail on the Trail, Prickly in Pink, and Papago in Peach. That's kind of cute. They have similar names. Okay, and this one is a set of 2 tea towels. We have the Ocotillo Rising and Saguaro's Eclipse. They're folded and tagged up, and a pack of 5 greeting cards. Okay, those are all the orders I had to pack before I start packing the new ceramics collection, Shimmers of Hope. And yesterday I did also make a sale on Poshmark, which is cool. I've had this piece on there for a while. I will link my Poshmark below. I only have like 4 pieces left on there right now, but I have an entire stack of clothes that I will be photographing soon for my Poshmark. Everything is packed. It takes me a little longer to pack originals or breakable things. So these and this are all heart trays, and everything else is what you saw yesterday. And then a couple of these are my last 2 calendars. So it is now sold out, which is exciting and bittersweet because it's my favorite thing I offer. But of course, now that we're already into February, wasn't sure if I had shown it in the vlog yet for the month of February, but here is the February spread. This is the Technicolor Sonora painting I offer in my shop, and these were my sketches to arrive at this piece. And actually up here and over here are where I have all the postcards that coordinate with the calendar. So here is the February postcard. You almost can overlay it perfectly here. It's a little more scaled up. And I use my Technicolor Bloom tote to take everything to the post office. This has a really wide gusset bottom, which allows it to hold everything. So it fit all the orders except for these big babies. Hey, editing me here to close out the vlog. I didn't film much else on Friday because I basically went to the post office and then drove around running errands, getting some new art supplies. But I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my videos get seen. And if you are new, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I think that does it for now. I hope this video enhanced your joy, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!